my name is Diego, and I'll be talking to y'all about how to make the world's farthest flying paper airplane and some background information about it. Have you guys ever flew a paper airplane and it didn't work out, or it didn't go as far as you wanted it to? Well, I got the solution for you. The airplane that I'm about to show you how to make is called the Harrier. The Harrier has the world's is a world record for the longest flying paper airplane ever flown, with the world record being 207 feet and 4 inches. The world record holder is John Collins, otherwise known as the paper airplane guy. He's known as this because he's created a bunch of famous paper airplanes, some that you can throw and they'll return back to you, or some that I'm about to teach you, like they'll go far for a long time. And according to the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum, in the early 1930s, the modern paper airplane we know and love today was designed by Jack Northrop, the co-founder of Lockheed Aircraft Corporation. So now to get into the materials that we need. All we need is a piece of paper. And I'll go ahead and pass it out. So there's lots of materials that we could have used instead of paper, but we're using paper because it's one of the easiest to mold and it flies really well. And just like that, there's different types of paper. We could use construction paper, we could use notepad paper, but today we're going to use printer paper. Personally, I like printer paper because of the texture and the stiffness. It's really easy to mold and make whatever paper airplane or boat you want. Some of you guys might be thinking, why does texture and all that matter? Well, just ask the world record holder. He used a very specific and precise type of paper that got him to fly that far. So using a normal piece of paper you have today, there's a whole bunch of advantages to this. In case you're babysitting some people and they're testing your patience, you can create these and it'll buy you some time to just be alone and let whoever you're babysitting have fun flying airplanes. Or you could just be hanging out with friends, and if you don't have anything to do, see who can build the farthest flying paper airplane. Enough about the background knowledge, let's get into the steps. For the first step, all you're going to be doing is folding the paper pop-up style. Once you do this, you'll just unfold it. And it starts off like many airplanes. Once you fold it, you'll have a line in the middle. And you're just going to fold the two corners to the middle. So once you do this, the next step will be folding it downward. Like this. Now this is where it's different from all the other airplanes, which makes it fly farthest. And it's always good to put the most defined creases in it that you can, just so that it flies farther. For this next step, you're going to fold it the two top corners to the middle again, except when you do this, you're going to want to make sure you leave an inch from that bottom triangle tip that you have. So you'll do this on one side, and you will keep the same step for the other side. Once you guys do this, it'll have a little triangle at the bottom. This is kind of crucial for this next step. So what you'll do with the triangle at the bottom is you'll flip it up and hold it there. Once you have it there, you're going to want to fold it outwards so that the triangle is holding the two folds in place. So once you have this triangle here, fold it outwards. And this is where you'll see it start to become something like a little airplane. For this next step, you're going to match the top edge with the bottom edge, and that will create the wings.
1 minute.
Like so. So you do it on one side, and you'll repeat for the other. And this is the airplane that you should end up with. This airplane is called the Harrier, and it gets its name from a book called A Dangerous Book for Boys. I read this book whenever I was around 8 years old, which is how I came up with this, or which is what inspired me to come up with this. So this is what the final product should look like. And to recap, I've talked to y'all about some history of the paper airplane, what types of paper that you should use, and how to make it.